Alright, part 2 of this. We were discussing digestive enzymes. We were digesting probiotics. Yeah, we were doing something like that. But we got to the point in the missing pieces where I was about to talk to you about B12. Now, there's two types of B12 that exist. Your cyanocobalamin and your methylcobalamin. Now, to my understanding, cyanocobalamin is better for building up the nervous system. Both, to my understanding, both cyanocobalamin and methylcobalamin help build red blood cells, which bring the oxygen to all the parts of your body, and oxygen helps you, be alert and awake and all that. And the methylcobalamin, to my understanding, is best for building skin tissue, muscle tissue, gut tissue, and considering that you have to rebuild the microvilli in your gut to be able to digest food and absorb it properly. I should say absorb it properly, because the gut absorbs, the stomach digests, mostly. I take a methylcobalamin that is made by a company called AOR, and there's 5 milligrams per little tablet, and lozenges if you want, and though they look like tablets to me. I take, when I need them, I take 2 or 3 in one shot, so 10 milligrams, 15 milligrams. Now, I haven't taken any for about a week. I'm sleeping well, taking care of myself, eating well, so I'm quite alert. But at the beginning, when you're building up your gut again, it's great to have this. Now, the next one that I want to talk about, I don't have the bottle here, but it's made by Thorne. And again, you can only get it through a health provider, usually an alternative health provider. I don't know many allotropic health providers, family doctors who carry digestive enzymes or stuff like that. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but, So Thorne also does a bottle like this with a different image. It's blue crystal image. That's called L-Glutamine. Now, L-Glutamine is an amino acid that is used by your body to rebuild skin tissue, muscle tissue, gut tissue, rebuild the microvilli in your gut. I've seen myself go as high. These I'll usually take at night. So before going to bed, I take my probiotics. I take one. I take one of these in the morning as well. So one at morning, one at night. And then I take 3, I was taking, back in the beginning, 3 L-Glutamine caplets, and Thorne L-Glutamine caplets, and scaled back to 2. Now I'm taking like 1 a night because of what happened this past summer. But before that, I'd stopped taking it altogether because my gut was rebuilt. Yay! So, so far, what have we talked about? We've talked about digestive enzymes, both the one for proteins, the broad spectrum one, which helps to digest carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. We've talked about the probiotics. We've talked about the B12. And there's a couple of other things that I've been taking that help on the interim. Now, when you're trying to rebuild your gut, you don't want to catch a flu or a cold or something like that can mess up your system and have you back on the ground floor, level 1, so to speak, rebuilding yourself again. You might have seen something by Boiron Laboratories in your drugstore called Ulcerative, which are small vials with tons of small, very tiny pills that you dissolve under your tongue. This is pretty much the same concept. It's made by Unda. It's called mucococcinum, and it's one. They suggest when you're sick or you feel you're coming down with something to take 2 a day, 1 at morning, 1 at night, for 3 days. As a preventative measure, you can take. I usually started with 1 a week, going to 1 every 2 weeks, going to 1 a month. If you're going to be in a very public situation, say if you work in the mall, or you work at customs, or you're dealing with a lot of clients or a lot of public people, well then, you probably want to stick to 1 a week and not go any more rarely than that. This I get from my naturopath again. And what else? There's other stuff that we can discuss later, mainly because these don't tie in directly into ulcerative colitis. I will mention one thing, however. One food that is very beneficial for me, if you haven't checked the videos, is red cabbage. I've eaten it raw, I've eaten it juiced, I've eaten it boiled in food, cabbage rolls, pastas that I put cabbage in. It's helped me every which way I ate it. It really brings down the inflammation in my gut. It might help you too. So from there, Those are my two missing pieces so far, and I might do a third.